Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, what's up? What's up? How are you guys doing on this fine Wednesday morning? It's currently Wednesday, March 27th, 2024. We're already approaching the fourth month of the year, Q1 coming to an end, just like that. Before you can say knife, so they say in my country, right? Time is going fast, man. So ultimately, we have to try and make each and every day count. We got to be on our P's and Q's, and we got to be proactive as traders and as people in our day-to-day lives, right? We got to be as efficient as possible and try to get things done because things are just going so damn fast, man. The moment I turned 18, I don't know, time started going, by four times the speed. So before I blink, I'll be 50 years old. That's how it feels. So, today, another beautiful day, and I'm here looking forward to making it count. Looking forward to trading to the best of my abilities. Looking forward to being disciplined. Right? These are the things we miss sometimes because I come in here late. We don't get to do a full proper, start to the day. So, hit that thumbs up and let's talk about our watch list. What's moving and what's not. So I'm watching at LIXT as my main stock. There's IBIO, second string. Believe it or not, we got DJT again. DJT slash DWAC, same stock. And then lastly, there's a cheaper one that might be decent if volume gets into it, VERB, but it did pull back a little bit. I definitely would want to see a curl back up on this, but VERB as a maybe. We shall see. Hopefully LIXT and IBIO, one of those two are strong. If one of those two are very strong, I think it'll be a pretty good day. But if not, I gotta be careful. Gus, what's up? Zay, Doug, JP, and so forth going down the list. Skull, Simon, and everyone else tuning into the YouTube stream. Good morning. For those of you tuning in Discord, we got a few people here. Ron, MR, Jeffrey, Chris, and a few others. Guys, good morning. So that's the watch list there. I'm going to start off with LIXT and make my way through the list. So we got a high of 4. And the low of the current pullback has been around 357. So I'll use that as my base for the range that we're currently seeing right now. Looking at the daily chart, we got the 200 EMA at 325. It's a little below where we are now. Typically, I don't map out this level if it's not above, our current price, but that's okay. So going back to November 27th of last year, we had a high point of 442 that rejected the 200 EMA. Back then, the 200 EMA was right around 443 or so. Let me get this in blue, actually. So if we get over 4, I want to see us, and we can inch our way up, slowly move our way up, nice move. I want to see us pushing over 450. And if this can get over 450, I start to look at levels around $7. Perhaps some people might watch 473. Yeah, and perhaps 473, which is like July of last year. Volume was a little lower, but a bit of a gap up and then move back down. 473. I wouldn't expect a ton of resistance there, but for sure, can we get up to about 710, 715? I think is a pretty reasonable area to consider if this happens to be really strong. So LIXT, again, I got 357 for our low of our current consolidation. $4 to the pre-market high. Over 4, can we see 442? If we're able to break over 450, 440, I want to see a push up to 70s and then break a 5, break a 6, not a ton of resistance there. And then, if we can get to $7, I think this would be a complete move if that is to happen. What's crazy is that a few weeks ago, we'd show up here and we'd map out these lines and the stocks would just get to all of them and go through, even that and then more. But the market sentiment, and when people say, how has the market been, right? We're not talking about the overall market per se, but how is the small cap stocks doing right now? And the last few days, the last 2 3 weeks have been a little on the slower side. And so, the question really is, will a stock like this will be able to even get to $5? Can we even get to $5? Can we get to $5? And best case scenario, if we do see 7, then great. So moving on, IBIO next on the list. By the way, LIXT is up 63%, 5.2 million shares of volume. Now we have IBIO, which is currently up 142% with 25 million shares of volume. Right? Not bad. Highs are clocking in at 288. Let's see. So we had a breakout around 8 a.m. time, and we had a high point of 250. I'm gonna watch here rather than the lows that we've been seeing, which is around, what was that, 55? Yeah, I'm gonna give it to the $1/2 area for this range right here. So we'll see how that does. Daily chart, how are we doing? IBIO. Okay. And this is why I like to use E-Trade. Like, am I on dual screen? Let's see. No, I'm on single screen. This is why I like to use E-Trade, right? And E-Trade, the daily chart just, it seems so smooth, right? When it comes to going back and checking. Thinkorswim's charting is not bad, but I don't know. I really like this. And I was also told by one of the members in the Discord yesterday that E-Trade Pro is discontinued, as in if you lose it, it's very unlikely that you can get it back, and so you have to keep it active. So probably keeping some sort of a balance in there, and also taking a few trades every now and again. So I'm thinking to myself, today I'm gonna probably take a ton of trades after live streaming here, and not not any sort of like wild trades, but if I come back and something is moving, kind of thing, right? I'll trade in this account just so that I have some sort of history here. I would prefer not to lose. If I lose this account, I wouldn't even keep money at E-Trade. Their other platforms, if you ask me, are not anything special. But this Pro platform is pretty decent. Anyhows, and I was even told that you can have hotkeys here too by someone a few days ago, which I never knew. So yeah, 3:30. That was another Discord member that told me that 3:30. Let's see right here. We kind of had this area and then we gapped down, right? We had this area and this thing gapped down. So going back up, let's see, 3:30, and then perhaps 5:24, 6:10. Those are a few levels that might stand out. I'm gonna map out those areas here. What time is it? 23. So let's start up the screen recording. Let me go ahead and do that. The 200 EMA is saying 1092. So again, 3:30. I think that's a pretty decent level, right? We're at 88, so 3:30. Can we then see? I'm gonna go 610. So 612 is the high in that area. 612. Yeah, I think if this is really good, we can probably push through these levels. But we'll see. there's only one way to find out, and that's to wait for the open and be patient to see what happens. So IBIO, up a good amount, has been beaten up on the daily chart, finally curling back up. We'll see how it does. Good volume today so far. DJT, after that massive sell-off yesterday, it's rebounded nicely. I thought it probably would have been around like $40 by now, but I mean, this is quite the miraculous red to green here. Some of these stocks will curl back up, others will just continue to sell off, right? I didn't check the news exactly, but it seems like there was some sort of name change slash like merger kind of thing with DWAC, and so this is Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump Media. You guys know he done his own thing with having his own platform and stuff like that after getting banned from other social media. I think initially what is called like Truth Social, something like that. So I'm really and truly, if this stock moves again today, I don't mind giving it another shot. Yesterday I did finish red, but I used a little smaller size. I think just 150 shares. Try to get a couple $100 out of it. If not, I want to keep it tight. I'd really have to be in a really good like rhythm to size up on this, like 1,000 shares plus. Other than that, I wouldn't want to push it. But being that it's back up again, and yesterday it was volatile, you know, we'll see. And for those of you who saw the recap or even watched me live yesterday, I was already up $1,000. I sized up, and this thing was at 79. It dips to 74. I started smiling. I bought the dip, and then I blinked 2 times. It's at 72. I, it's one of those things where it's like, come on, man. If that bounces up right there, the day starts to look so attractive. But sometimes that's just how it is. So I'll keep an eye on it. And then the last stock is VERB, which I'm not super sure about, but I kind of put it on the list anyways. We'll see how it does. We got lows around 34 area. Highs are around 45. So we'll see how this one does. We've traded a couple times before, 165 for the 200 EMA. Recently, we've had a push up to 92 cents. If this does anything over even remotely close to 50, I think it's going to be impressive. But I'm going to come back over to LIXT and prepare for the open. So I'm going to make sure I adjust my share size, because as of right now, DJT, I have 2,500 shares, and I don't need to be buying 2,500 shares. I could start a day down, a couple thousand very quickly with a mistake like that. So be sure to adjust your share size accordingly for the stock that you're trading. IBIO. All right, 1,000 shares, I'll do 1,500. And then just 100 on DJT for now. So, as usual, I did have the disclaimer up earlier, but I can mention it again. Guys, remember that day trading, like any other business here in the States, is risky business, all right? So, what that means is if you're a beginner, or even if you've been around the block a couple times, but you're not quite consistent yet, you got to take it slow. Slowest is the fastest way. Meaning, as you're going through the learning curve, utilize small share size, perhaps use the simulators as well. That's what I did in the beginning. That way you give yourself longevity as you're learning how to trade. All right. Other than that, remember that the live streams are never a reason to try and copy trade. Copy trading is a quick way to take yourself to the gallows, to the depths. So understand that you have to learn a strategy for yourself, whether it's this one or something else. There is no, hey, this guy is looking to buy, I'm going to look to buy there just because. That's gambling. That's what that is. It's nonsense. So make sure you do the right thing out there. And I'm pretty blunt about this stuff because, that's just what it is. And lastly, remember to be careful, right? I do not invest for my subscribers. I will never invest for my subscribers. So be careful of fake accounts and impersonators. I will never message you first. All right. So be careful. They're talking a lot of nonsense about mirror trading and copy trading. Be careful. So with that being said, LIXT, we're currently up here around the $4 area. Looking to see how this one does. A couple seconds to the opening bell. What is it gonna be? There's 05, there's 15, okay. 19. Well, 01 not gonna hold as well. 95. Okay. It's volatile, but it did hold up. I think we had 95, so I was a little early on that trade there. Break of 20, we got 24, but back down. So it's not really picking a direction just yet. I might want to wait some more. Can we hold 95 again? Terrible fill there. And it's not going to hold. Well, that's okay. I got filled 05 buying 97. Low 84. So I'm going to size down a bit to 800 after a bit of a choppy start there. And DJT perhaps 7150 could be an area. IBIO also potentially over 280. That's a good push, IBIO. I'm not in though. It got over 80 and went to 84, so I didn't buy 85. Thought I would have been chasing. Waiting. $99. It's trying, but it's having a hard time up here. Not good. Well, I'm starting off this day in the red here. I'm going to switch over to DJT. I got to be careful. There's a bit of a spread. Yeah, there's a bit of a spread. It's a good red to green though, but can it continue? I like that we're back up aggressively, but can we see that new high over 72? I'll cut it. I'll get back in. I could be out a little soon. IBIO really selling off hard. LIXT, much of the same. This is coming down, 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 down. There's a new low. Well, everything is selling off here, and we're red. The start 450. It's not good, not good. Even with small size. So I got to be very careful. I think I want to continue with small size here and just wait it out, see if we get something else a little later. LIXT back over 4 perhaps could be something. There's 90. Okay, coming up a little. It's a little thin, I think, in both directions. But this is good for upside potential, though, for sure. But once we dip, how is the dip going to be? That high right there is 18. Are we going to continue? A bit of a double top. Not quite. It might try again. It's lingering awfully long. I think it'd like to try again, but maybe not. Tight stop there. Well, I'm going to be out too soon. It is going to try again, but can we go this time? Can we get to 25, 30, 35? Not bad. Higher fill. If it fails, and it does, my gosh, man. Yeah, do I want to just take it easy, shut it down? Stocks are not holding up. And this one is not even on the screen. It's gonna reject the highs here. Missed the breakout going up, caught in the dip going down. Brother, not good. Not good at all. We're down with scratch trade, but still not liking how this momentum is operating here. A lot of rejections, false breakouts. At this rate, I'm going to be forced into a trader rehab. But the day's still young. The day's still early. So, we'll see. How's the cheaper stock doing? Not much. Small red to green, but not a lot of range, at least not of yet. I think there was another cheaper stock that was moving. I didn't put it on the list, but let's see. Sometimes this is where the momentum is when nothing else is working on these cheap stocks below $1. MRDB, was it this one? can put it on the recents. I do apologize for those of you watching on YouTube because in some situations there's just no time for me to switch the stock because up top I'm watching at 3 at the same time. So when one of them starts to move and a different stock is down here, sometimes the time that it takes to just, punch in the name, I'm missing too much data, right? I'm missing too much information. Sizu, perhaps, from yesterday. This is the one that I was up that $700 on. The halt is at 81. Yesterday's high was at 813. This stock is a tricky stock, even yesterday. There's a 20-cent spread right now. There's less than 1 million shares of volume. I'm in no rush to touch this. LIXT, another terrible looking candle. It's a good time to go on vacation, man. That's all I can think about right now. Right, this week right here, so far to Wednesday here. Great time for vacation. Make a video on what I'm looking for and how much I'm risking. Well, I have a course that does that. But from how I trade and what I'm looking at here, just even on the live stream, I mean, people can pick up on what I'm doing for sure. What I can say is that I'm always looking to keep my stops tight. I do trade a lot of traditional patterns that are out there, famous patterns. The bull flags, the ABCDs, the wedges, flat tops. But I'm very active, hyper scalping, not just in for a few minutes and holding longer, but in and out within seconds, hundreds of times within one day. And all of these patterns and or entries that I'm looking for comes under the confines of a dip or a breakout trade, one or the other. It's rare that I'm buying in between. So LIXT, for example, this one is gonna, get over the highs, and I'm starting to look for it to hold above those levels, and it flushes down on me. It's disappointing because I missed the move up. I'm like, it's around 410, 415, and it's not selling off. I would have expected to drop back down to 4, maybe 95, 90, whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get back in. I jump back in for another couple seconds. The flush can still happen, so I'm in, but it's also not going. I sell another second or two after I sell. Of course, it rips up from 14, all the way to about 35, 40. So on the dip back down, I attempt, hey, can we hold up our previous resistance? It's in the depths. If I was using size today, it'd already been down like 2K. If I was using like size. 600 is still a fair amount to be down, but because the share size is not huge, is why it doesn't look so bad. 2,500 share plus, easy big red day so far because the stocks have been dropping a tremendous amount in terms of the range. We want to see limited downside risk with good potential, for a breakout or a bigger move. So VERB, Cheaper stock starting to push up a little bit. Maybe this one can surprise us. I think for me, max loss of about 800-900. I prefer not to be down more than that. But I'm not gonna even look to get there. I'm gonna try to get some green trades if I can here. Jeez. Big Steve, I appreciate it, brother. Why do I always do that? I tell you. Anyhow, I have the mic muted. What was I saying? Yeah, I was saying that I'm looking for a move through VWAP and that I should have been in on the dip around 37. We had a high right there, 38.73. If this opens up, I think I could do well, but you know, we'll see. So far, it's not bad. What would I do without Big Steve, I tell you? Because I wasn't going to look at that chat for like who knows how long. When people do at me in the Discord, I'll sometimes look, but not even all the time because it can also be a DM, right? The chime is the same chime that you'll get. There are buyers coming in here, which I like in this area on the bids, but being patient. If it was to come down here, I'd take some size, but probably not going to come down. There's 38 again. See, I could have been long at 37.20, but didn't trust it. Sometimes once we get those big buyers coming in on the bid, stock will still go down, filling those shares. But it's trying again here. 38.70 for the highs right now. I'd love to see the push to 39 if it's strong. There's a bid. Are we going to be able to do it? $38.80. And I need to size up more. And then it's not going to quite go through. It's hanging out here. It might keep going, but it might be a little bit more delayed to get through. KB, are the bulls still alive? Okay, there we go. There's 39. But again, resistance. I'm getting a lot of missed times today. Like my timing for what should normally be is off a little bit. Gotta be careful about that. It might need to pull back, I think, because we're here and we're not doing anything. When we should be flying. $39.43 was the high. Can we see a good pullback? I mean, I'll try again up here, but I'd prefer to pull back. We'll see what it does. I'm gonna try again. 60, 39.60. Can we see that? Okay, 39.70, 39.80, 40. Can we push through 40? $39, $39.80. Oh, there's 40. I just sold two. I have to use way more share size than I'm using now, but I kind of want to get into I can prep actual positions, but I need it to, kind of give good pullbacks and stuff. I'll size up. I don't mind. I'd like to see a little more volatility out of it, but we haven't had a red candle here in a while, so I want to be careful. We're gonna try again for highs. It might. I better not be too aggressive here. 40. Son of a gun. 20, 40, 20. Back down again. See, it seemed like that red candle was coming in, but it's kind of not dropping. But it might pull back here. I'd love a nice extended dip. If I do get a good opportunity and I don't make anything, I'd ease off a bit. Can I get the fill here? This 5 minute candle also looks a little weaker with the way how it just dropped there, but I think it's still looking okay enough at least for me to be in. I bought the ask, which isn't good. Trying to get a fill. Tried for 38.30, 38.20 area. It might go lower here, so a lot of selling. Can we hold? It might just be failing at this point. Oh, this is my last attempt here. If not, it's to the depths. Yep. These stocks, I tell you, man. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? What is going on with these stocks? STOK from yesterday. Oh, it's a nice move here. But I tell you. It's like right now, it's like, I don't, I always want to be an optimist, but I mean, look at what's going on. It's like I still ask myself the question, like, do I want to stop right here, right now? Like, is it even worth going with on a day like this? Like, I could trade all day, but like, it needs to make sense. Okay, break of 13. This is extended though, man. We haven't had a red candle. Do I want to just jump in on this? Tough call here. There's a hidden buyer there. It's gonna work. How far will it go? Should have took more size, but okay. There's a hidden buyer at 13.10, but of course high risk trade. The high's at 59. There's 30. I want to be careful of like a 70-cent drop because this hasn't dipped since it started going up. Can we see over 59? All right. Let's cut that. Let's cut that. Tried to get the fill on the ass, but no good. Huge spreads, by the way. Huge spreads. Got to be careful. The market orders. Yep, I was late right there. I wonder if 10 is going to act as an anchor. Perhaps it will, but I'm late, so I'm going to cut that trade. Yes, it will. I tried to buy as the ask was at 17, but I was a little slow, and it's right back to 60, so that's a good bounce. An 80, a new high is 14. There's a halt, 27. Question is, will it get locked in? I despise, those missing those dips like that, man, because I'm already in the trade. It's just that I'm in a little higher than I would like to be. $65. High risk entry here again. Can we hold? Tight stops if we don't. 51 now held. 50 on the bids. Can we hold? The high was 14.27. I don't trust it here, but let's see what it does. Low of 01 so far. The 5 minute candle, the last 5 minute candle did end in decent shape. And this was yesterday's high. I'm gonna try to hold this if I can. Can we see like 40 again? It might be possible, but it could be too early. But I like this area though. We'll see. Plus or minus a couple cents. Yeah, plus or minus. So it's gonna come down. What was that, 80? I still like this general area here, unless it just keeps titanicking, but 84. 80. It needs to hold up like right here. If not, this is too much of a drop. 80. The VWAP is also here. 65. It looks like it's still coming down. 56. Well, that doesn't look good. You know, I'll take my 400 bucks, man. I didn't use any size there because, you know, it was so extended already, but it's actually interesting. It's when I traded it yesterday, it's under the same circumstance where I'm red on the day and the stock is kind of already up and gave a move. So I can't afford to be too aggressive and then, you know, I'm buying the high. The dip is it's always a problem when we have this many green candles going up because then you just never know how big the dip will be. But I'm going to keep an eye. I think back over like 1270 could be interesting. But I want to be careful with the bids flushing out. Fighting, which way is it going to be? The new candle, there it is. Can this candle here start to hold above 70? Okay, there's 84. All right, all right. Not too shabby. Do not blaze me here. Do not blaze me. I probably, yeah, well, I'm gonna have to take that loss. It looks like it's still struggling. It's a high push though, right? What was that, 87? What was that high? Yeah, 87. That's kind of convincing because VWAP is at 60. So I'm thinking is if we go to 87, 90, and you know, even if it's a small quick dip, can we hold up the 50, 60 area? Try again for break of 13, but sometimes they need more consolidation. This could be the backside though, it's possible. Well, the good news is that we at least cut our losses by something. IBIO. Really nice. Yeah, I switched away from this one, so that's a pretty good move. IBIO back up. Big drop there. It'll need to hold up these key levels. Well, we've been seeing stocks flushing all the way out, so you know, we'll see how it does. If they break out over 72, got up to 98. That was a pretty good move, but bit of a double top versus yet the previous high. I want to see how it does here. Tight stop. This type of stock isn't bad, but you know, we need to hold up our key levels. Let's see. Let's pull it up on screen. IBIO. We can't afford to flush out here. We gotta climb. Right there, 76. The 5 minute candle, you know, it's not ideal the way how it ended with the selling at the end, but Sizu hitting the scans. It's a terrible fill, but we do have a few bids there. Perhaps it retests. The shares are thin all the way down. It might come down 68. Can we hold the lows again? And try one more time here. I'd want to see 77 out of this if it's getting any good. It's a lot of indecision on these stocks. To the depths, brother. To the depths, to the depths, to the depths. Sizu at 893. And it's just right now it just feels like ring around the rosy as there's no obvious stock. You know, it's on to the next, on to the next. Nothing holding up super well. Perhaps STOK as well if it gets back above key levels. Sizu is pulling back. STOK. There's a bit of a spread here. It's the only bad thing. If the spreads tighten up, I could give it a shot. Sizu, I'm keeping an eye at as well. We'll see how it does. They're also spready at times. STOK, a bit of a spread as well. The halt up is at 31 for Sizu. There's a seller here at 9. I don't know, this level 2 is, the way how this is moving here is quite the tricky one. I'm only interested in one entry here. Talk to me nicely. Sizu, what is it gonna be? Oh, it's not even on screen down here. IBIO back at the highs as well. Again, it's like ringing around the rosy, right? Which one is the one? This day is just this day is just trending in the wrong direction here, man. 308. Do not blaze me. If I get blazed here, I'll probably have to be done. 320. Can we get over 10? A lot of churn, not quite. As long as we don't see 70, yeah, this is just, it's not worth it today, man. Where am I at? How much am I down? 770. Right now, there just feels like there's a lot of resistance. Like everything is like nothing is working. Running behind the hot stock, missing it. It's just not a day to push, you know? I think even using like 2,000 shares here might not even be the way to go. Like, you could compare this to just a few weeks ago. This is not making any sense. So that's telling me, hey, slow down. Don't force it. Don't be too aggressive. Just, be patient. STOK, come on, let's see something. And even a stock like this, looking decent, can blaze you. A break of the bear flag. can't even get to sell because the spreads are so nonsense, man. Okay, STOK, small red to green. And let's stick to small size, just 1,000 shares. There's 1340. It's moving up. Watching for a retest of 40. Do not blaze me. Do not blaze me. I'm giving you a chance here. Why? Nothing is consistently working, man. And maybe, again, why, maybe I shouldn't be giving it a chance. See, and then that's the thing. You don't want to get to the point where you're starting to like question these trades, To the depths, blazing me. So it got to 1340. It pulls back to about 15. I bought 15 area, and it drops to 1261. And now it's back up to 1320. This is what it looks like when you're going through adversity. When the market is rough and you're trying to trade through the chop. Trade it through the chop. Waiting patiently. Started after those days. Let me see what you guys are saying here. Missing the HOLO days right now. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, HOLO is a strong stock. A lot of people did well on that one. John B. Hopefully John B is holding it down. Hopefully John B is holding it down, brother. Let's see how the Discord is doing. Yeah, we had some call out for Sizu. Rough day, it looks like. Rough day, a lot of chop. I mean, there might be some people that might have done well, right? I mean, that's what trading is, right? It just depends. It really just depends on timing and some other factors, right? Especially if you're already consistent. Cactus Rob, that comment will be going to the depths, brother. 1330 STOK. Will it hold up this time? So the high was at 40. There's 06 on the bids. Still a lot of selling. Sometimes you want to give them a chance, but we need that red to be easing off. Now the volume's just sideways. 94, 13. Sizu also curling back up a bit. Look at that spread, man. Goodness. Yeah, I think I don't know. I think this is it for me. Yeah. The trajectory, the writing is on the wall. Like nothing is telling me to keep trading here and to stick around. So I got to do what's best for longevity. There'll be another day where I come back where at this time I'm already up thousands. This is just not making any sense. This is not it. So on the slower days, instead of pushing more and being more aggressive, I want to ease off, be less aggressive. Account preservation. For me to lose $700 today, it's a scratch trade. What I don't want is for this to go to 1400, 2K, 3K, which is what it's looking like if I stick around here. Not seeing anything holding up, not having an obvious stock. There's a lot of different stocks moving, but nothing clear, right? So, and then there's a lot of chop, right? There's a lot of flushes coming down and so forth. So, I'm gonna just wait a little bit, let this momentum ease off, die down, and then perhaps if there's something else later, I can try again with small size. If not, tomorrow again. It's the cycle of the market, right? Things are hot, things are cold, and it continues over and over. So if this is the beginning of a cold stretch, I definitely want to just, brace myself, size down a bit, and prepare for hibernation. Prepare for hibernation. It's why when it's hot, we push it and we be aggressive, and when there's nothing, we ease off. And here's IBIO again, right? But can we hold up this level this time? What the day is telling me so far is that this is going to come up a little bit and then sell off aggressively. Shares to short. If let's see if there's shares to short, I'll go short if it doesn't go through this level here. I want to test and rejection, and I'll be in. I could just be in with a tight stop over the level too, but four red days in a row. It's been a long time since I've been here. Memories. Memories of the depths. Is that overused? Do you guys think me saying that word so many times is overused at this point? ID's off a little bit. I think it's happened a couple times. But for me, it's never a problem. I could be red 10 weeks straight. Doesn't matter as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to do to keep the losses small. Because then just 1 or 3 days in a hot market, it's like you're already back to all-time highs. So there's a break of 3. It's holding so far. Can we get over 10? I'm going to try tight stop. There's a 1. A bid is going to come at 97. It's back at 5. But again, this is the chop that we're seeing here. It's not the linear move that we would expect. What I don't want to see is like 270 here. This like flushes down. It's just not a good sign. For the third time. Like there's just so much resistance here. There's decent looking bids and green hitting the tape, but it's just not able to get over 06, 07. There's 93, 92. There might have been shares available too. Let me see. I'm gonna check one shares. I'm not gonna look to go short or anything like for real, but nope, not available. But yeah, I think this is where I'm gonna wrap it up. I mean, it's another early day, finishing at 10:30 on the live stream, but again, I don't mind trading all the way till 4 p.m. and I've done that a few days, a couple of months ago, but not on a day like this where nothing is working. On a day like this, I need to get out of here as quickly as I can, come back at a different time when things are actually working. This is a huge part of trading and why a lot of people are not where they should be, right? You got to be able to protect what you've made, especially if you're already consistently, making money. If you're still going through the learning curve and you're still figuring things out, it's a little different because, you're trying to get to that level. But a lot of people trade and they do well and then they lose it all back and then some. I refuse to lose anything back. It's not going to happen here. Frustration is the enemy. Over trading is the enemy. Revenge trading is the enemy. Days like today will mean nothing in the grand scheme of time, and the plentiful, bountiful days that are to come of great momentum. So let's not do anything, out of character. And I'm speaking like this because there's a lot of people watching, and chances are there's at least a few people who are like, tilted. So just to, let those people hear that, it's not the end of the world and not to be tunnel visioned on just one day, but to have that broader perspective. And even for myself, to remind myself too, right, that, small red is not bad, especially on a day where I did everything I would have done on a day where I would have been big green, right? It's just the market sentiment. CGC, some people might like this one. The daily chart doesn't look bad. Over 824, if it gets over that level and breaks over the 200 EMA. Let's see. But again, it adds to the tally of stocks that are just like randomly moving up. 200 EMA was right around this range, so there could be resistance. If this stock right here gets like a good breaking news right now, like this is the kind of stock that actually could do very well. The daily chart is in a prime position. It's a consolidation, and can we get the breakout over the high? I don't want to just start looking at this though and just think it's a strong stock. It still would have to hit all the check marks, and it's not going to just jump in this. It has to be worthy, especially on a slow day like this. So I'd like to see a move to 25 with strength in this kind of area here. There's 10. There's some sellers, 11. Okay, 13. Can we prove ourselves to get up to 25 with good volume and a smooth move? A lot of sellers. In fact, I think I might go short with a tight stop. No shares. More sellers than usual, but it's still inching up though. Okay, there's some more green coming in on the tape. There's just so many sellers. If there's like a big bank behind, buying shares, so it'll keep inching up over time, even if it's just throughout the day. I'll still want to move under a specific circumstance to be able to trade it and do well. So far, I'm not impressed. Not impressed here. Not impressed. STOK again at 1340 area. Something that could be a negative of sticking around on a day like this is that you could find yourself grasping at straws without really realizing it. So you got to really, if you decide to go the distance, you got to really, you got to keep that high intensity in terms of, mindset and just criteria. Does this fit the description of a stock that I would want to trade and that I can do well on? Yeah, I'm gonna shut it down. I'm gonna shut it down. I've seen enough. That will do it, ladies and gentlemen. I will do it. For those of you in the Discord, for those of you on the YouTube stream as well, I hope you guys were able to have a good day today. Hope you guys were able to be disciplined, right? Even if you happen to be red, as long as you were following your rules and you were, looking to trade the opportunities that you know and love, we have nothing to worry about. But if we did break rules, then we definitely want to make those adjustments immediately. If there's anyone out there that broke rules today, you got to make the adjustments immediately, and you have to put things in place, right? Redundancies and or just straight up adjustments, right? If you need to eliminate something, you do it immediately, right away. The quicker the better. That way we become more refined. But yeah, I'm gonna shut it down here. I'm not gonna force it. So for those of you going till 4 or after, keep being disciplined, keep being patient. Relentless trader has seen enough. Shutting it down. Don't quit, brother. It's not a it's let's put it like this. Living to fight another day. If I go out in the battlefield like the battlefield right now, I will surely be wounded. And that's not what I want. So, whilst the going is good, I call it regrouping and then coming back again, right? There's different ways to look at it. I'm gonna fall back, retreat, come again on a different day. So stay safe, stay green. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Check out those links down below, by the way. Check out the link for Momo Pro. Check out the link for the chat room if you want to stay tuned with us throughout the entire day. And check out the link for the classes if you are interested in this hyper scalping style. Yes, I've been red the last couple of days, but that doesn't mean that we have not been trading well for the last 5-6 years straight, right? In the overall, we've been doing well. IBIO again here, a bit of a dip and rip, breakdown and reclaim below. Maybe it was at about 80, the 80 level, but be careful of rejections over 3. Not a bad move right there though. Low of 76 and right up to 98. Hard to capture these opportunities. Yeah, I'm out of here. Stay safe, stay green. Catch you guys next time. Oh, there's 26. Hold up. There's 26 for CGC. Let's see if it does better here as it's making that new high. This could be something. 32. I want to see more pace, more volume, bigger move. Because 24 was that key level there. 36. 39. 40. Can we see 45? Okay, 46. Okay, good. 46. Can we see 50? I want to see that aggression. Short sellers perhaps covering over key levels. But then, it's like back to back to like a slower move here. I'm considering this dip, but I'm having second. Yeah, I'm out of here. Let me shut down this. Let me shut this thing off because I'm gonna keep watching this. That's exactly what I don't want to happen. Thinking about going in that trade, but then I'm also having second thoughts. Once that's happening, I need to get out of here. There's no fear, there's no hesitation, there's no doubt. From the moment I start doing that, that's time to get out of here. All right. Okay, so take care, stay safe, stay green. Pastor is signing